A picture-perfect Saturday afternoon for high school football on the Jersey Shore. I'm Rich Krampanis. Thanks so much for logging on to ShoreSportsZone.com. After a great Friday night in Week 5, we've got more action as Saturday takes center stage here in our highlight show. Let's get started here in Colts Neck, where the Cougars played host to the RBC Casey's.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Red Bank Catholic is sponsored by Surf Taco.
Forget about the winless record. If you look at this Colts Neck team up close, you can see that Coach Darian Barnes in his first full season having an effect. This team is going to turn things around. First quarter, they're playing against one of the best in the state of New Jersey, and hey, check out Nick Gargiulo dragging down Eddie Hahn for a loss. But the RBC offense would settle in. Here's Hahn going to the air. Mike Balzo-Fiore with a great catch over the middle near midfield. And there's no question that Eddie Hahn is close to 100% after that torn meniscus in the preseason. Here he finds some daylight. Hahn with a 45-yard score, but take it off the board due to a penalty. No worries for RBC because Hahn would still find the paint. This is an 11-yard touchdown run. Nice change of field by Hahn. The Caseys are on the board. It's 6-0 RBC. Second quarter now. Check out Hahn going to the air. Beautiful ball. Balzo-Fiore comes down with it. A great catch to the 39-yard line. And I'll tell you what, Mike Balzo-Fiore really was impressive on Saturday afternoon. Here he makes a key catch on 4th and 2 to keep the drive alive, and it sets the stage for Dylan Murphy from 5 yards out. RBC takes a 12-0 lead in the second. And hey, we've got to give props to the offensive line. We're going to stop and put the arrow on Alex Sargis, number 75. When we start this play back up, he's going to come around and he's going to give Dylan Murphy the opening he needs. I know that Dylan Murphy and Mike Weiland and Eddie Hahn are all about bragging on their offensive linemen, so we wanted to give a little spotlight there. Great block by Sargis, 12-0 Casey's, and the RBC defense was outstanding. Fourth down, Colts Neck's going for it. Dylan Murphy laying the smackdown. I saw him do that in a playoff game last year as well. Murphy is ferocious. Late in the first half, it's Hahn to Brandon Lambana. This, a great catch inside the 5-yard line. And with just 1:19 to go in the half, RBC finds another 6 points on the board thanks to Mike Weiland from 6 yards out. And Red Bank Catholic leaned on an outstanding defensive performance. They go on to a 25-0 win over Colts Neck. And so now the stage is set for this Friday night in Little Silver. 5-0 Red Bank Catholic travels to 5-0 Red Bank Regional. You know, last year, RBC absolutely dominated RBR, but you never know what's going to happen this time around. That should be a fantastic ball game as RBC remains unbeaten with a shutout on the road on Saturday afternoon at Colts Neck.
Thanks to Manasquan Bank for sponsoring Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Manasquan High School.
At Manasquan High, the Warriors playing host to the Barnegat Bengals in a non-divisional matchup. Manasquan looking to bounce back after that loss to Ocean Township early in the first quarter. Manasquan forces a Barnegat punt. This is Damaso Jaime. This is a 55-yard touchdown. Damaso Jaime makes it 7-0 Warriors. And you just kind of had a feeling it was going to be Manasquan's day because Parker Day loses the handle, but it works out for the Warriors. They recover the fumble and get a 37-yard gain out of it. It would lead to this. Liam Green to Parker Day, a 1-yard scoring play. Early in the second quarter, Manasquan with a 14-0 advantage. It was a first half dominated by Manasquan, but Barnegat comes out in the third quarter with a purpose. Here's a forced fumble and a recovery by the Barnegat defense. So now it's time for the Bengals offense to go to work. Josh Bowen up the middle. Great run here, an 18-yard gain and a first down. Connor Lustenberger in at quarterback for an injured Joe Monaco. He goes to the air. Paul Wickwire, 26-yard touchdown. Hey, Barnegat's right back in this football game. It's 14-7 late in the third quarter. But the Warriors answer right back on the ensuing kickoff. Parker Day returns it into Bengal territory. Plus, they get 15 yards tacked on for a horse collar. And you know Manasquan loves to play physical, tough-nosed football. This play personifies it. Paul Kruger carries almost the entire Bengal defense into the end zone. 13-yard scoring play for Paul Kruger. 20-7, Manasquan's up 13. And then how about some Manasquan defense? Jack Mallett, the big hit on Lustenberger, and forces a fumble. Kruger recovers, and it sets up The final scoring play of the game. Parker Day with a knockout punch from 15 yards out, his second touchdown of the game, and the Manasquan Warriors go on to a 26-7 win over Barnegat, but now a big challenge ahead for the Warriors. Their next 3 games, awfully tough. It starts this Friday at Rumstead Fairhaven, then a home game against Manasquan, and then traveling to St. John Vianney. That's 2 defending state champs and one of the best non-public teams in New Jersey during a 3-week run. Manasquan will have to embrace the underdog role and try and shock the Shore Conference with an upset or 2.
Thanks to Surf Taco for sponsoring Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Jackson Liberty.
The Jackson Liberty Lions pushing their game back from Friday night to Saturday afternoon, hosting Donovan Catholic. Down 3-0. Here's some great misdirection by the Griffins. Who's got it? Number 7, David Calderon's got it. 23 yards for the score. It's 7-3 Griffins at the half. The Donovan defense produced 4 turnovers in this game. The Lions fumble it away in the red zone, and the Griffins take over the 10-yard line. Late third quarter, Teddy Golubowski goes to the air. Kyle Schremer over 2 defenders. Whew, that's a big-time play. A 64-yard touchdown. Donovan Catholic has a 21-3 lead. More great defense by Donovan Catholic. Ryan Van Wickle to the end zone. It's Calderon with the INT. I expect David Calderon to sign on National Signing Day in February. He's going to be a great defensive back for the college that picks him. A solid performance top to bottom for Donovan Catholic. Kenny Cushman, he finds the end zone to make it 28-3. Jackson Liberty would score late, but it's Donovan Catholic with a 28-10 win over Jackson Liberty. The Griffins are now 3-2 on the season. Remember, this was a team last year that was 0-10, so when you think about the most improved teams at the Shore Conference, you have to put Donovan Catholic near the top of that list. The Griffins score a road win at Jackson Liberty to get to 3-1 in B-South play.
Thanks to Tom's Ford for sponsoring Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Keyport High School.
Let's head to Keyport, where the Red Raiders looking to get above the 500 mark. Keyport hosting Highland Park. Entertaining ball game. Second quarter, we're tied at 7. Highland Park would take the lead thanks to Ogjemdi Nwadike. A great burst of speed. Just a minute 13 to go in the half. The Owls take a 13-7 lead, but the celebration was short-lived. Real short-lived. That's because on the ensuing kickoff, Keyport has an answer. This is Raekwon Brown. And Raekwon Brown is motoring. Brown, a 72-yard kickoff return. They add the extra point. At the half, Keyport has a 14-13 lead. Third quarter now. Keyport turns to the ground game. Keeson Pryor, a great run here, but the drive would stall. The Keyport defense really stepped up in the second half. This guy right here, Evan Smuts, was disruptive. He spent a lot of time in the backfield, and then more Keyport D. This is Eric Nellis coming through with a quarterback sack. But late in the third quarter, Highland Park would retake the lead, and it's another huge play from Ogjemdi Nwadike. This is a 55-yard touchdown run. Nwadike had 3 carries for 126 yards and 2 scores. 19-14 Highland Park at the end of 3. But oh, what a fourth quarter for Keyport. Desmond Underwood, look at these moves. Underwood, a 30-yard touchdown run, and the Red Raiders take a 20-19 lead. Now it's time for Keyport to go for 2. Chris Hoggreve, awesome play action right there. Zachary Frick takes care of business. The 2-point conversion makes it 22-19. And we're learning that Keyport is beginning to develop depth in their skill positions. Check out Cody Young taking off. A 35-yard touchdown. All of a sudden, Keyport has a 29-19 lead, and the Red Raiders defense would do its part in the fourth. Check out Jay Hansen. The INT gives Keyport great field position, and Hansen, a two-way star in this football game because he rounds out the scoring. Jay Hansen, his second touchdown of the game on the ground. This one's from 3 yards out. And how about the Keyport Red Raiders? 36-19 winners over Highland Park. What a fourth quarter. 3 scores, 22 points in all, and as a result, Keyport is now 3-2 on the season. Second-year head coach John Peczkowski has got the Red Raiders pointed in the right direction for sure. plenty of excitement with this big win at home. And after the game, our TJ Brustwitz got reaction from the victorious Red Raiders.
Our O-line decided that they wanted to run in the second half. Got to give credit to Jared Horhan, Devin Keegan, Evan Smuts, Eric Nellis, Travis Alvarez, Matt Acuna, and Zach Frick.
My mindset was just play like I always do, play hard. Every play is just another play, that's it. You just got to come out firing, got to run to the ball as fast as you can, just get there, make that tackle. It's all good from there.
You guys got a big road game next week against Asbury Park. What do you take from this game to get you ready for that one against the Blue Bishops?
We just gotta keep fighting, keep going. 3-2 right now. We just gotta keep pushing.
Jason D'Agato and Marlboro came to play on homecoming against Freehold Boro. First quarter, what a great drive here by the Mustangs. Jared Wright to the end zone. Justin Marcus, go and get it. Wow, that's a great catch in the end zone. A 7-yard scoring play. Hey, sound the upset alert. Marlboro has a 13-7 lead. But Freehold answers back in the second quarter. Jake Curry had a monster game. Here, he finds Ashante Worthy on a 10-yard scoring play. The Colonials retake the lead. It's 14-13 Freehold Boro. Later in the second quarter, check out this punt by Marlboro's Tyler Tannen. Awesome. Ashante Worthy has to retreat inside his own 5-yard line, but Worthy shows why he's one of the Shore Conference's most dangerous players, weaving in and out of traffic. And then Ashante Worthy gets to the sideline and he turns things up a notch. This was a tremendous punt return. There's no question it would have been a top play nominee, but unfortunately a penalty wipes off this tremendous individual effort. But that's okay because Freehold Boro has another trick up their sleeve. 12 seconds to go, Marlboro down 1. They decide to try and make a play downfield instead of take a knee and go into the locker room. Jake Curry, wow, this is a one-handed interception. Now the clock's winding down to 0. Curry's just got an awesome football IQ. He's going down, he laterals it to Jamel Smith-Rush. And Jamel Smith-Rush does his part. He's taking it to the house. A buzzer beater to end the first half. That is unreal. So it's a pick 6 with a lateral twist. Got to break this play down because you don't see it every day. First, Curry shows great athleticism with his one-handed INT. And then, as you see here, we stop the video, and you can see 2 defenders ready to bring Curry down, but there's Jamel Smith-Rush right there, and Curry has that smartness to get the ball to Jamel Smith-Rush. Now, if there was still time on the clock, Curry just would have went down and the offense would have just took over in great field position. But with no time on the clock, this is the right thing to do. Jamel Smith-Rush provides quite a highlight. 21-13, Freehold Boro at the half. The Colonials go on to a 42-26 win over the Mustangs. Monster game for Jake Curry. 3 touchdown passes, 2 touchdown runs. Ashante Worthy with 2 TD catches. Freehold Boro is now 3-2 on the season. And I think it goes without saying that the play you just saw is without a doubt going to be a top play nominee. Hope all the Colonial fans, everyone at Freehold Boro gets on ShoreSportsZone.com starting on Sunday and casting a vote because that play right there deserves a Monmouth Building Center game ball. Toms River East with a Saturday afternoon road trip to Freehold Township. Pick this one up in the third quarter. Jack O'Brien and the Township offense go into work over the middle. It's Anthony Lotti. The Patriots are on the move, and then O'Brien finds Max Nowak. Check out Nowak breaking tackles. Inside the 20-yard line, it would lead to Nick Galante with the chip shot field goal. Freehold Township has a 23-0 lead in the third. With a big lead, Charles Sabick comes in to work the offensive QB. Nice touchdown pass here. He finds Anthony Lotti over the middle. A 10-yard touchdown makes it 29-0. Let's shine the zone spotlight now and learn a little bit more about Anthony Lotti, who's been a key contributor to this Freehold Patriot team in 2015. We asked him if he could have dinner with anyone from the past, present, or future. Who would he like to sit down with? What a great answer here. The great Pat Tillman, former Arizona Cardinal, who quit the NFL, served our country, and I continue to be impressed by the quotes given by our Shore Conference high school football players. Those who think they can and those who think they can't are both right. You can see more Freehold Township Zone spotlights. Just log on to ShoreSportsZone.com and click on In the Zone. got to give credit to Toms River East. They played a hurry-up offense, just trying to get the tempo going. They were able to move the ball in the second half, and the payoff comes here when Jack Goodall finds Joe Dobridge. Good work by Toms River East, not getting down in the dumps. This is a team that's 0-5 on the season. They managed to find a positive at the end of the game. Good job by Toms River East there, but the story is Freehold Township scoring a 29-6 win over Toms River East. So Coach Corey Davies, in his first season guiding Freehold Township, has opened up the offense, primarily a pass spread attack, and it's produced some exciting football and, more importantly, some wins. Freehold Township is now 2-3 on the season, and they'll look to get to the 500 mark when they take on Marlboro this Friday.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Jackson Memorial is sponsored by Surf Taco.
What a way to close out Week 5. Some Saturday night football in Toms River. The Mariners of Toms River North hosting Jackson Memorial. The Jaguars coming off that tough 2-0 loss to Brick Township in the rainstorm last week. Jackson Memorial hit a field goal on the opening possession of the game. The Jaguars driving again, but Dan Barker is picked off by Darian Carrington at the 35-yard line. That allows the Mariners offense to go to work. Mike Husney to Bryce Watts. Watts with the 45-yard catch. Great play right there. It sets the stage for Ashante Moore. Capping off the drive, the 13-yard touchdown run. Toms River North takes a 7-3 lead with 13 seconds to go in the first quarter. Second quarter now. Jackson answers right back. Mike Golick. Oh, we've seen him do this so many times over the last year and a half. Golick turning on the Jets. 44-yard touchdown. The Jaguars are back out in front. It's 10-7. Crucial play in the game right here. 4th and 2 for Jackson at their own 40. They try a fake punt. Jared Calhoun on the run. Did he get it? Toms River North takes over, and they capitalize on the field position. Check out Ashante Moore. Breaking tackles all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Boy, Ashante Moore raised his profile tonight with a tremendous game. It sets the stage for Mike Husney. 3-yard touchdown run at the half. Toms River North with a 13-10 lead. Second half now. More Ashante Moore. First play from scrimmage. There he goes. Ashante Moore, 66 yards. Toms River North gets a little breathing room now. They're up 10, 20-10. But you knew that Jackson Memorial was going to have plenty of fight in them. Here's Golick after it again. A 54-yard run for Mike Golick. You got to give it back to the junior. Golick from 5 yards out. We've got a 20-17 ball game late in the third. Great playmaking by both sides. Mike Husney shows why he's got the nickname Husney Football. Look at the scrambling. Out of the pocket. He buys that time, and Ashante Moore benefits. Wow. 69 yards. Husney to Moore. 26-17. The Mariners up 9. After a stop by the Toms River North defense, well, Ashante Moore, he couldn't be stopped. What an electrifying performance. This is a 56-yard touchdown run. It's now 33-17 Mariners early in the fourth. So now down 16, Jackson's trying to make a comeback. It's Barker to Kyle Lona. This is good for 22 yards. It would lead to this. Dan Barker to Nick Papandrea, the tight end with a 2-yard touchdown. It's now 33-23. Under 2 minutes to go. Jackson is out of timeouts. Toms River North just needs to move the chains once. And Mike Husney, mission accomplished. And the Toms River North Mariners score an impressive win at home on Saturday night. 33-23 is your final. Ashante Moore finds the end zone 4 times in a sensational performance. You know, the Shore Conference has so many outstanding running backs. Ashante Moore was kind of flying under the radar a little bit. That's not the case anymore. When you have a performance like this against a great Jackson Memorial defense, people will just have to take notice. After the game, our Alex Lorenzo caught up with the QB and the head coach, talking about a signature win for the Mariners football program.
You know, I tip my cap to those guys. You know, they're the program we all want to be, and the program that we want to kind of, overcome. And to do that tonight here at North at Gernard Field, it's pretty special.
Since freshman year, my freshman year, we know we weren't going to be that good. We know it was going to be a learning experience for us. And last year, we got our feet wet, and this year, we just trying to get the job done. We had a big game from Ashante Moore. Defense was great. And we're just going to look ready. We're ready for East next week.
A special thanks to our team at Shore Sports Zone who ran up and down Monmouth and Ocean County to bring you great high school football action. Now it's time for us to take a look at the best of the best. Coming up on Sunday, go back on shoresportszone.com and cast your vote for the top play from week number 5. The winner will receive a Monmouth Building Center game ball. For our team at Shore Sports Zone, I'm Rich Krampanis. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week with more high school football action here on shoresportszone.com.